Hey guys, Peter here to do an album review, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about the debut album from a Swedish doom metal band called Silver Grime, and the name of the album is Healed by the Dark. This album comes out October 26 on Inverse Records, and it has 6 songs and it's 37 minutes in length. The first thing it came to my mind as I started listening to this record is the incredible sound, tone of the lead singer's voice. Incredible. The highlight of the record, by far, is how good his vocal performance is. His voice gives so much atmosphere to the music. It sets the tone. It paints a picture for the listener. Absolutely mind-boggling, beautiful melody that comes out of his voice. He just really knows how to tell a story. And this album lyrically fits him perfectly, because you have songs in this album where they're just a story. So he's telling you a story, and there's songs of this album where it feels like it's more introspect, where he's telling you more how he feels about certain subjects. His voice really paints a perfect picture in both senses. It really connects well with the music. It really goes well with the instrumentation behind him. He has the voice that I would refer to as the perfect voice for a dark and somber and scary lullaby. He has just a tone to his voice that you feel like he's putting you in a trance, that he's putting you to sleep, like he's singing you a lullaby. But it's not a happy-go-lucky lullaby. It's a very dark lullaby, but he has that kind of a melody to his voice. Incredible. It's really the perfect match to how doom and gloom and drawn out the music behind him really is. The two really complement each other well. His voice is just another instrument as far as this band is concerned. Incredible debut record. The only negative that I have about this record is the fact that it only has 6 tracks. I really wish it had at least 8. It just feels a little bit short. But I understand this is their debut album, and it's a strong record. It's a strong album. It just feels a little bit short. It just feels like it had room for at least 2 more tracks. Having said that, the 6 that are on the album are incredible. This is an awesome release. This is an awesome album, and this is an awesome debut. For a band that's putting out their first album, this is really a kick in the door, we're here, you have to take notice kind of album. I really find that this album, it's going to play with a lot of people's emotions, because like I said, certain songs really carry a story, but certain songs are more introspective. And then when you have that kind of lyrical content, when you have that kind of a vocal performance, and then when you have guitar riffs behind him that are heavy, and I don't mean necessarily heavy from a traditional sense, but heavy from a sense that it feels like the guitar player is being pulled under. That's how heavy and drawn out some of the songs are, some of the guitar riffs are. When you have all of these things come together, you really have a solid album that will stick in the minds of anybody who takes the time to listen to it. I highly recommend this record, especially if you're a fan of doom metal. This is a record that you have to check out. Now, as far as favorite songs are concerned, I've only picked 2 because there's only 6 on the whole record, so I didn't want to pick 3, and that's pretty much half of the album. So I picked 2, and I started with Eclipse of Tomorrow. This is a more traditional doom metal song. When I started listening to this song, the first thing that came to my ears was the fact that they incorporated acoustic guitar in it, and it really added atmosphere to the song. It really created a sense of traveling and wonder and a sense of loss. It was really well done how they incorporated that acoustic guitar into this song. A song that has a really heavy riff, and once again, not a heavy riff from a sense of being heavy in the traditional sense, but a heavy riff from a sense of being very drawn out, very melodic, very methodic, if you will. This is one of those songs that has one of those kind of riffs, and then when you include that with a voice that sounds like he's, like I said before, he's singing you a scary lullaby. You add those 2 components, and then you throw a little bit of an acoustic guitar in there, you have a really cool doom metal song. You have a really overall, really cool atmospheric doom metal song. This is a song that, to me, it had a lot of components that I also hear in Chemist, in the band Chemist. This song felt very similar to that band. I'm a fan of Chemist, so I really enjoyed this song. I really enjoyed the album, but I really enjoyed this song. It had a few reminiscences of that band. So if you guys are fans of Chemist, I highly recommend you guys check out this band. Now, my favorite song is Healed by the Dark. What an incredible song. My favorite song of the album, obviously this is the name of the album, is the last track on the record, and it's one of those that starts, has a really cool intro, has a really cool intro into the track. It really eases you in, and then when the song starts, it almost feels like a lullaby. This is the perfect example of a song that really feels like a lullaby, because you have his vocals and a very subdued guitar beside it, and it's just, it's like he's singing to you and he's trying to put you into a trance. The two go so perfectly together, very atmospheric. His voice is absolutely beautiful, with that almost fainted guitar sound in the background just accompanying his vocals. That's how the song kind of gets started. Around the second time he goes through the chorus, that same melody on the guitar gets a lot heavier, and now it's heavier, not in the doom side of things, not in a drawn out side of things, but it's really heavy from a more traditional side. So it becomes heavier the second time it goes through the chorus. It adds a lot more dynamic, it adds a lot more life. And I also like what they've done with a little bit of background humming vocals around the chorus. It really adds thickness and layers to that chorus, to his voice. He has a very unique tone to his voice, and when you add those humming vocals behind it, it really creates a more a even darker vibe to the song. It really gives thickness, it gives a lot more oomph, it gives a lot more power to that chorus. It really kicks that chorus into another level, and it makes you appreciate that song even more. I really like that combination. I like the combination that they went a little bit softer on the first chorus, got heavier in the second chorus, added that background vocals to it, that humming, that very dark and ominous humming that is just, it just takes the darkness and ominous of his own vocals to the next level. I absolutely love this song. It's majestic. This is a song that once you hear it, I'm going to find it, for me it's going to be nearly impossible not to play it over and over again. It's just, it combines beauty with sadness. It's the best way I have to describe it. It's really a struggle between those two worlds of beauty and sadness, and how you can find beauty in sadness and how you can find sadness in beauty. It's a really perfect symbiosis of those two worlds coming together, this song, and it really takes you on a ride, because it does give you different momentums throughout the song by incorporating either heavier sides of on the guitar, heavier riffs, or more melodic, more acoustic riffs. So I really like what they've done with this song. To me, this song is the highlight of the album, the best song on the album as far as I'm concerned. I absolutely love it. But now I want to hear from you guys. Have you guys heard of this band from Sweden? This is their debut album. Check it out, and then let me know what your thoughts are on this doom metal band and on this record. I'm dying to hear what you guys have to say about it. Take care, guys.